Hi viewers, welcome to AJ Legal Info.in. Today in this video I would like to discuss few points with respect to section 498A of Indian Penal Code. There was no provision in Indian law addressing domestic abuse prior to 1983. It was in the year 1983 by amending Indian Penal Code, the section 498A has been inserted into it. Matrimonial cruelty against a female spouse is the subject of section 498A of IPC. With this recent legislation in India, matrimonial cruelty is now a punishable crime that cannot be negotiated out of the court. Let us now look into what domestic violence means. The term domestic violence refers to any act of violence or abuse, including mental, physical, and even sexual abuse, that takes place in a domestic environment such as marriage or cohabitation relationship. Let us now see what 498A is defined in IPC. Whoever being the husband or a relative of the husband of a woman subject such woman to cruelty shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to pay fine. Let us look into the backdrop for introducing section 498A into Indian Penal Code. The cultural norms of dowry, male dominance and joint family structures in India make this phenomenon more common than elsewhere. As a result, these elements contribute further to the likelihood that women may become victims of domestic violence. One of the main reasons for domestic violence to take place is about dowry. Where dowry is expected and not received, or where the amount of dowry received is not adequate, women often face abuse from both the husband and his family. When a victim dies from her injuries or commits suicide or seeks medical attention, only then does the matter make its way to the police and courts. To control such abuses against married women, this particular section 498A has been inserted into Indian Penal Code. In addition to section 498A of IPC, for the protection of women, especially married women, the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 has been enacted to provide for more effective protection of the rights of the women guaranteed under the Constitution has been enacted. Okay, let us now into the essential for an offence to attract section 498A of IPC. The victim should be a married woman. The victim must have experienced either brutality or harassment, which could be physical or mental. Such brutal harassment should have been demonstrated by either the spouse or the family of spouse. Okay, now we shall see what exactly constitutes physical cruelty against a married woman. The infliction of physical suffering is what is known to be physical cruelty. Any form of physical violence, including but not limited to beating, burning, punching, biting, twisting limbs, hitting, strangulation, etc., are considered to be physical cruelty. In most instances, the naked eye will be able to detect physical cruelty. As the term physical cruelty implies, this type of cruelty involves infliction of actual physical pain or suffering to another person. Abuse on the physical level leaves obvious signs such as bruises and broken bones. Any act of physical aggression that causes harm or poses a risk to one's life, limbs, or health. Okay, now we shall look into what aspects constitute mental cruelty. Any form of verbal or non-verbal abuse such as yelling, name calling, threatening, or intimidating another person is an act of mental cruelty. Negative words and thoughts are just harmful as physical violence. In contrast to physical abuse, evidence of mental cruelty is more challenging to gather. Now we shall look into what kind of punishment will be imposed on the accused if he has been proved that he has committed a crime against women under the section 498A of IPC. Once the allegations against section 498A of Indian Penal Code were proved, the accused could be imprisoned for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to fine. Now we shall look into whether if this offence which falls under section 498A IPC is bailable or non-bailable. In plain words, the offence under section 498A of IPC is non-bailable. We shall see now if this offence under 498A is compoundable or not. In simple words, compounding of the offence means settling the issue out of the court or by the leave of court. However, this particular section is not a compoundable offence except in the states of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Who can file FIR? FIR is nothing but first information report. The aggrieved person herself can file FIR with police, or even the relatives can file FIR on behalf of the aggrieved person, or with the leave of court, even any other person who is related in blood to the aggrieved person can file FIR who has knowledge about the offence. Just like any other law enacted and in existence, even the section 498A of Indian Penal Code is being misutilized by fewer members of the society who are married women just to take revenge on the husband and on his family members for simpler issues. Okay, again, this is going to be another subject, and I will make another video revealing the facts of how the section 498A of Indian Penal Code is being misutilized and the safeguards also. Thank you.